Okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
Hi, everybody.
welcome back to Deaton Gaming.
Yep.
It's been a while.
Since we said welcome back to Deaton Gaming.
Yeah.
And there's a perfectly good reason for that.
And we're gonna talk about that. First, I'm just gonna introduce the game.
This is Near Deadline. And this is it's a free game we found on Steam for the express purpose of kind of talking over. It's fairly easy.
Yeah, it looks easy. I mean, I'm sure it's difficult to master kind of thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, the ad really sold it.
And I also like the art.
Yeah, the art's good.
It's fun.
Music's good.
Yeah.
So I'll always start off the game and we can start talking about the things that happened.
Sure. Alright, so this has a story mode, an endless mode. I feel like we could do story.
Yeah.
Or why don't we do endless?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, or is it locked?
Oh, it is. We have to do story. Okay.
So obviously something happened, and I don't think there's a risk of us getting demonetized since we're not monetized as is.
Yeah, and quite frankly, that's a stupid rule, anyways.
Yeah.
But they won't take down our video for talking about it.
Yeah,
they just won't monetize us, which is fine.
Yeah, they won't monetize the video, which honestly, fuck it.
Yeah. So,
Whatever.
There's a 5-letter word that's been on everyone's mind for the last, 6 months or so. Oh, shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so COVID happened a few months ago. Me and Dan were both...
COVID's still happening.
Yeah, COVID's still happening. Me and Dan were both very much employed when it started.
And we were very much unemployed as it continued to take form.
Yes. And I usually am pretty much sole editor, just because it's easier for me.
Yeah, Peter's more technologically savvy than I am.
No.
Oh shit, this is...
Yeah, difficult to master, easy to play. He's also doing controller, it might be easier on keyboard, who knows?
I don't know. I mean, it's a matter of just moving these things around with the joysticks,
Yes,
which...
sensitivity.
No, the sensitivity's not a problem. It's just my brain trying to do talking and working on these two things at once is difficult. Yeah, so, morale was at an all-time low because of COVID.
Yeah, and I was putting stuff out, but then I had a large influx of creativity things happening. I did a show, which I'm still editing. It's been months, but I haven't actually done anything in months creatively, or at least editing-wise, because of, I got really bad depressed for a while. I wasn't able to do anything, so I just sort of didn't do things.
And with the existential void of not being employed for somewhere around 6 months, for me, I didn't really feel like I wanted to do anything. I got fired. I lasted 3 days. Why don't you try?
Oh god, I'm gonna fuck this up.
Hey.
Keep pressing B for some reason.
Yeah. So that's kind of our basic excuse. Last time we had a big hiatus, we were working on our short films. You can press A to make those bigger for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
And I wish that we could say the same now.
Yeah.
But that just wasn't the case. We just weren't in a good place.
And it certainly, things haven't gotten that much better.
No.
There was a large period of time where I was working. I was working a lot during this COVID period. But I also just, wasn't... I was using up a lot of my time. I was working 50 plus hours to just, try and get by. And then I've had... My glasses just broke yesterday, which sucks. And then my poor car.
Yeah, you were having a lot of car trouble.
So I've had to go around to dealerships, try and invest in a new car. and it's not going well, I'd say.
All of that really isn't conducive to a creative or funny environment.
Yeah.
How long did you last?
It lasted a day.
2 days. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we wanted to do something. I'm gonna get back to putting videos out once my regular work schedule continues. But I mean, that's the thing that we talked about before, is that we have lives. This is just a hobby. We would love to make money off of this. We would love to make this our job, but
Yeah.
that's not in the cards right now. Maybe in the future. Maybe when we're feeling it more.
Uh-oh.
Maybe when Dan's better at games.
I didn't know that the, you could go boop. And what do you mean when Dan's better at games? I lasted a day longer than you.
Yeah, I was also doing more emotional talking, sir.
Sorry, I'm not in touch with my emotions, Peter!
I'm also gonna say that a large part of this has been just, I was in the depths of my depression is when I usually start to get more and more inebriated.
Oh, yeah.
There was a solid couple weeks just not being sober. That's not healthy.
No, binging is normally not a great thing.
Yeah.
But who among us during COVID hasn't binged?
Yeah, hasn't binged for large periods of time.
Trying to wrestle with the fact that our lives will never really be the same once it's over, even, when it is over.
Yeah.
And that existential dread is what keeps people up at night.
There's a large chunk of time where I wasn't sleeping, so I put myself on melatonin, which helped. But I'm not sure how much it...
I couldn't sleep for the life of me last night. How long did I last? 3 days! That seems to be my record.
Yeah. That was weird too, doing the melatonin for so long. Because at a certain point, I had to keep doing it.
Well, because your body was acclimated to the amount of melatonin in your system. Yeah.
So that was...
Like during the COVID, I had like every day.
I wasn't.
And your body gets used to that, and you're like, well, now I'm feeling stressed. Better have some.
And like, I try not to drink when I'm doing work stuff, when I work the next day, but sometimes it's harder than it is otherwise.
Yeah. Because life generally sucks right now for a lot of people, and it's not their fault. So, I guess that's kind of the message. It's not our fault. We're taking no accountability. No, we have no responsibility. No.
We don't have responsibility. That's a hobby.
Yes, and with COVID, no one asked for this. So, we had to try to take some time to help ourselves and to... mental health is important. Like what this guy's doing.
Yeah.
This isn't healthy. Shouldn't be.
This was me in college where I'd go days without sleeping.
Same.
And then, what was your record?
My record was 38 hours without sleep. And by then I was talking to the salt and pepper shakers in the dining hall.
I went 74 hours without sleep. I became paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
My vision was entirely blurred. And there was just, it was terrible. I don't remember anything that happened. I have terrible memory to begin with, so I don't remember a lot of stuff that happened. I think that was sophomore year or junior year.
Oh yeah, sophomore year.
Junior year, I also just drank a lot because depression again.
Drank a lot because what else is new? And these bigger bumpers would actually help if the things didn't slow down. Because if they're coming at you like, that makes it wastes kind of the big Unless
Yeah,
you
if it was
time
like
it
a
correctly.
secondary power up to slow down and a
Yeah.
one power up to make things bigger. Yeah,
So what have you guys been doing to cope with COVID?
Like, comment, and subscribe if you also thought about killing yourself. Huh?
I can't say I ever got that far, but I was thinking like, wow, my life went from having purpose, what little it had, to having none because, can't go to work. 3 days? 3 days.
Yeah, we're pretty consistent on this.
The main problem is I'm so used to the Wii remote, I'm doing B instead of
Oh,
A.
right.
Oops.
I also dig, we talked about the animation, but it's fun. I love pixel art.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah.
You'll see in the background things move. Like that vent move, there's a mouse that moves at the bottom of the screen sometimes. Oops.
Oh, I didn't see the mouse. I saw the eyes in the vent.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the fact that he's doing some animation is
kind of
hilarious
funny.
to
Yeah.
me.
I'm sure there are references up there. Like I know that's
Newgrounds.
Yeah, the tank.
I'm sure this guy was part of the Newgrounds thing before Newgrounds became just porn.
Yeah.
That's a thing that Game Grumps Aaron Hansen doesn't talk about a lot. How
He used to be part of the Newgrounds crowd.
yeah,
Yeah.
and how Newgrounds changed.
I feel like if anybody has something to say about that, that would be Aaron.
Yeah,
Because he was very prolific on Newgrounds. He was one of the biggest animators there, Egoraptor had a lot of really funny and informative videos. Like his what are they called? It's the series he did with the Zelda, and he was talking about it.
oh, Sequelitis.
Sequelitis, yeah, his Sequelitis were big back in the day.
I mean, as much as I have a problem with his Sequelitis and his views on Zelda, I mean, he was putting out a lot of animations. I think Game Grumps has prevented him from doing some of the things that he used to.
Yeah, I feel like artistically, Egoraptor hasn't pumped out anything in at least 5 years. But that's because he's spent a lot of his time doing Game Grumps with Danny.
Yeah. I mean, there's my favorite guy. Hey, 3 days.
Good job.
My favorite guy, Yahtzee Croshaw. He's regularly employed by the Escapist magazine, so he's got a regular job of just reviewing games. But he doesn't just review games, he doesn't just write the reviews, he also makes like 5-minute animations to go with these reviews. And then he also...
And that's not Yahtzee, that's
That's Yahtzee.
No, what's it called? Those zero
those are-
punctuation.
yeah,
that's
zero
what they are.
punctuation.
Yeah. Because he does a whole other Let's Play series
Yeah,
under Yahtzee.
Yeah. He did a Let's Play series with his friend Gabe when he was living in Australia. Then he moved to America. He got married. But even before that, he was also doing a show with Jimquisition where they would write poetry about video games. And Yahtzee also has written like 5 books.
Huh. About video games? Or about being a critic?
No, just like comedy fantasy books. Like he wrote one about basically a program coming to life in a World of Warcraft game.
Oh, nice.
Then he wrote Jam, which I want to read so badly. I haven't been able to get a copy. That's just a guy wakes up one day and the world's covered in like 5 feet of carnivorous jam.
Carnivorous Jam.
Yep. Then there's one, Will save the universe for food, and then he's written a sequel, Will destroy the universe for food. But like he's done a lot, and he also programs. He makes his own games.
Does he still make his own games?
He still makes his own games.
Oh, okay.
He made.
Because I know that he always is talking about his older games that he's made
No,
and how he probably shouldn't have made them. But
yeah, no, he released a couple of games that he actually sold. Most of his older stuff was freeware because he stole a lot of the assets. But his newer games are sold. They're like $5 or something. Hatfall, although I'm not sure how much he was involved in that one actually. But he made this hunting game, sort of a hunting game. You gotta play it to get it.
it's called Cabela's. Have you heard of it?
He also made a game where, oh god, I'm trying to remember. It's
Peter, I think I'm about to break my record.
Yeah. It's a game where you fight the end of the world like Cthulhu monsters.
Mm-hmm.
And then he recently put out a game. No, he recently did a thing where he make one game per month. I think it was this last year. He
Woohoo!
4 days next. And he made one game a month.
Oh wow.
And that's a lot. He did so much, and then people are like, yeah, he seems creatively strained. And when you get that far, that you're making books and let's plays and reviews, and
You're burning the candle at both ends.
yeah.
That doesn't help anybody. Although I gotta say, this guy's my spirit animal. He's just sitting there drinking coffee. And I just realized that those are, like, I haven't gotten a good look at the arrows,
They're
but they're not
Zs.
arrows, they're Z's. You're literally fighting off sleep.
What's the time for this? I have no idea
It's
how long this has been going.
12:11 right now.
12, are you sure?
Yeah, it's 12:11.
Okay, so how long have we been doing
I
this?
have no idea. I mean, we can probably just have it run its course. We'll probably play this one more round
Yeah.
and then basically sum up.
Yeah.
We're not shitbags, I apologize.
Yeah, our roommates are currently fixing their house that they own.
Oh no, that's not what I was talking about. Oh, there's a dog!
I'm generally able to
I'm
leave.
definitely not using a vibrator, I promise.
I'm generally able to leave them in one place, and that seems to get a lot of them.
Yeah, and then you just have to...
I just gotta
Little
move
bit.
slightly.
But I have noticed the difficulty increase as the days go on. It's not even like some things get through, some things don't. It's more things and happening quicker.
Yeah.
So, I like that it's increasing difficulty.
I was watching a guy make some games. They were just 3D games.
They program them?
Yeah, program them. That was really interesting. It made me, hey, 3 days ago, nice.
You're being consistent.
Yeah. It made me want to get back into doing games again, but I never even made one game. I got part of the way through making all the art assets, and then I just started trying to program it, and I can program HTML websites fine. I have no idea how to fucking program a game.
Yeah, that's a lot harder because there's a lot of moving parts that are just meshing. But I think we're gonna leave it here. It's a rather short video, but it was just to tell you that we were like that guy on the screen right now for the last 6 months, and we didn't really know what to do.
Yeah, I think this is us officially coming back out of it.
We should be.
And I'd like to make another short video before we put this one out, or maybe put this one out then the short video just for each of our hiatuses. That's what we just need to do.
Yeah, we disappear off the face of the earth, and there are 12 of you now, so you know.
We get regular views on our Facebook.
Yeah, I noticed that.
We get 5 a day.
That's pretty good.
That means bots are going to us 5 times a day. That's amazing.
We have attracted our robot overlords.
I mean,
Eventually, you'll find us funny too.
hey, if that works,
If it works, it
it
works.
works.
But we will cut it here, and we look forward to the next time we play a game.
And who knows? Maybe that's recorded. Maybe it didn't.
Who knows?